Sierra Leone.
I'm originally from Caribbean.
Moved to Nigeria.
From Uganda, Kampala.
Moved to the UK.
He's from Zimbabwe. Zurich, Switzerland.
Moved to New York.
RONALD from Uganda.
Moved to Kenya. Moved to Cape Town, South Africa.
Very nice musician from Munich, Germany.
Moved to Germany. Moved back to the US.
She's from France.
If you poke me one more time, if you poke me, I promise, I'm gonna break your bloody foot.
It's all about who you identify with.
It's all about who you are.
Ah, come on.
Any hard feelings?
No. Wait.
Ja, macht Spaß.
It's definitely a different process than writing for readers.
Thank you for listening.
In the play we have like these coming-of-age stories of three young people, two guys living in Zimbabwe and one girl.
She comes from Germany, back to Zimbabwe, trying to find herself, her roots.
At one point everybody is on the search of who am I and where are my roots, where am I coming from, where am I gonna go.
What interests me most is the aspect of bringing together, people from different cultures. This is more of an experimental initiative whose products, whose output, no one really knows because you're mixing, people from different backgrounds, different ideas, different exposure, and all we can expect is something very positive, something new.
For me, it's a little bit strange being in this place where the Africans want to see you in a certain way and the Europeans broadly want to see you in a certain way, and neither way that either of them sees you is anywhere near to how you see yourself.
I love working with certain age, 15 to 16, something like that, because it's a really interesting age because people are starting to develop certain feelings, or people are starting to think about certain situations, and at some point it can be challenging to impress, you know what I mean? Because they're not young that you can do something very simple, they are not old that you will do something boring, so you have to really find that balance. And I think this particular project, it suits them so perfectly.
Also the story really fits well with this cast because it brings together two worlds and different cultures.
No, not on a date. I
was just accompanying her out of the park to the bus station, and I thought she might be able to get on a taxi from there. So I went home. I got on the bus. No, I did not get her phone number.
Gerade bei einer Geschichte, in der es um Identitäten geht und also erstmal eine Identität zu finden und wo kann ich die finden, muss ich dazu den Ort, mit dem ich mich eigentlich identifiziere oder mit den Menschen, zu denen ich gehöre, muss ich die verlassen, müssen andere von woanders kommen, damit ich mich neu zusammensetze oder so. Das wird ja verhandelt, ne, in dieser Geschichte. Und etwas Ähnliches passiert natürlich auch bei der Arbeit.
You can bring it to every little department in this production that people try to learn from each other, try to understand and try to fuse what they bring in.
So I'll read it to you. So they sit on the bench, and then she says, well,
wir die Inszenierung haben entstehen lassen und die sich anschauen, treffen sich dann sozusagen für eine Stunde und verstehen einander. Und das ist natürlich, also bei so einer internationalen Produktion ist das toll, also wenn das uns gelingt.
How the winds are strong, tearing at my winter clothes, and with burning eyes, for how long God only knows. One day, gonna find me a home, gonna find me a place where I truly belong. One day, gonna exit the race, gonna stop, it won't be long till one day, He will take me away and be with me so I am no longer alone. One day, the bell's gonna ring for a son has been lost, but today he's been found. One day,
We are in Zimbabwe at the Bait Hall where we're about to have rehearsal.
At the University of Zimbabwe.
The venue is different than what we are used to in Switzerland, but that's fun actually to experience something different. We have a lot of colleagues, little ants that come visit. But yeah, it's a good place, we have a lot of space, so we make it work.
Yeah.
We should have flown into Zimbabwe on the 15th of August.
Well, the biggest challenge in trying to get artists here was firstly the legal process.
And then on the 14th I received a message that we're not going to fly tomorrow because the papers are not ready yet. And we don't have, we're not allowed to immigrate or come into the country.
But ultimately we managed to make it through.
And then we thought, okay, everything's set, now we're gonna arrive and start the next morning. And then suddenly, almost at the end of the flight, we had to do an emergency landing in Uganda.
And despite that, it affected the process because we had to delay rehearsals by another 7-8 days.
I put a little time pressure on us, a little.
That's kind of difficult. Then one second. Shake the button. Then one second.
But we're working full time under high pressure now, and it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
What are you doing?
Trying to lose a knot, trying to lose a C, to get to a C. Well, that's what they call it in the West, it's a C. We don't have a specific name for it, traditionally, because we tune by the ear.
Absolutely wonderful because we are just different. Killen is coming in playing his guitar and singing his soulful melodies that have a lot of influence from European pop, I think. That's just my take. And then this boy from Uganda, Ronnie, he also comes in with his different feel of music with instruments from his country. He plays wonderful drums. I love those drums. And then there's me coming from here with my mbira/jazz experience. And then putting all of us together, plus this beatboxer who's coming from a different culture altogether, hip-hop. It brings something fresh and fun even for us as we play. And it gives us more room to express ourselves in a new way.
It's very interesting here because I see that I can learn a lot from the diversity we have. I can learn a lot from you, animations or hip-hop. I can learn a little bit of breakdance, I can learn contemporary stuff, and so for me it's very cool to have all those different people around.
It's exciting to see that what we have to share is not too far apart, but it could be something that you've always wanted to learn, and now there's somebody next to you who knows how to do the correct things, making it easier for us to advance in the dance techniques that we've got, dance styles that we're also incorporating in the production.
We do this voice training, especially with the dancers, because they are not used to speak on stage.
You're just a bunch of bananas. So hard.
Too much. I know I'm a bad actress, but well, I do my best.
I really like the whole team. It's been a blast hanging around with these guys. Also, the rehearsals are not that exhausting because it just goes together well. Everybody's working a lot and everybody's concentrating, everybody's patient. We're not fighting.
So much.
It's like a good family.
I surrender.
Nice match, nice match. Nice match.
Tonight's the night we leave the streets and I will change our ways. Tonight we'll see what is beneath the city's well-known place. Let's paint the walls of our town, make them
Girls, are you getting ready?
Oh,
yeah?
I found a treasure on the ground, something unique and true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Voices echo from the hills and from the valley down below.
You have to be very quick.
So many miracles ahead, so many.
Well, you did the chorus, so you gotta do the chorus.
I just love color, and I'm taking from the Western, I'm taking from the, from the Indians, I'm taking from the Egyptians, because I just love to see the mix of all these colors. So I'm also taking fabrics like chiffons, mixing with Java, fabrics that you have not seen working with Java. Is slightly different to making garments that are actually, that people are going to dance and do all sorts of movements in. I hope they're good. They stand they have the strength to stand the movements and all that.
Nice trouser and a shirt.
I am wearing my African jumpsuit with a hoodie. Hoodie detail.
Chaos! Total chaos!
There's
no,
word I
we're doing
know
pretty
in
good.
But it's just like a
Tomorrow's premiere.
to
So
slap your
last
cleaner.
decisions and
No, but-
cleaning up and little moments of panic.
Mm-hmm.
You
No,
know,
it's like
normal.
How the winds are strong, tearing at my winter clothes, and with burning eyes, for how long God only knows. We've been walking fast, we've been walking far, we've been walking fast, we've been walking far. One day, gonna find me a home, gonna find me a place where I truly belong. One day, gonna exit the race, gonna stop. It won't be long till one day.
It's quite a good feeling because it's been, there's been a lot of waiting for this day with a lot of the challenges with the traveling and everything. So kind of exciting at the same time, of course, a bit nervous, making sure it comes out like we would want it to be.
Ready.
We've been walking far. We've been walking far. We've been walking far. We've been walking
We just follow on the path of the people who inspire us.
Dad was supposed to come back today, Mom. He is in Mozambique.
premiere. It was an excellent premiere.
The lights go off.
Yeah, now that we're done with the premiere, which was really nice. The show is currently on tour in a few places here in Zimbabwe. This is also a very important part of the whole project, so that we can also take the show to the community. In the other places it had to be paid for, so it was a little bit for people who can afford it. But now it's a good strategy to also kind of sink it into the low-income earners, I would say. And tomorrow we're having our final show in Zimbabwe. So really looking forward, because all the energy that is left for Zimbabwe is going to be left on stage there. And in November we shall be going in Europe with a festival called Affliction. So I'm really looking forward. That at last it was more like on paper, but now it's real and it's working, and we are so excited with everybody. Yeah.
In 8 minutes, you need to be on stage.
Yes, we are ready.
Help the music, the lights, and everything to work together for the good. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name.
Amen. Let's do this. I'm in it, man. I mean, I got this from last. I told you. Amen. Amen.
It's a story that was written in a Zimbabwean setting, but also with that, it also tells the journey of the youth that are from Europe and how they have similar problems in trying to find their identities or trying to progress with life as they grow. So that makes it a really beautiful story in the sense that if it's taken to another continent or another place, then it can never be too out of touch. A first world, third world situation in the world, but more or less I think this is what makes the art amazing and what allows us to work together, most importantly, and of which the entry point for KUENDA being the eye-to-eye perspective really then works when people try to exchange what they have and build from it and try to create color within the theater worldscape.
Trapped in a room with 1,000 doorways. Musha wangu ndapika ndiratidza. Everybody seems to have a dream but me. I am trapped like a bird in a cage. Won't you set me free?